Y'all know how we're gonna start this off? So I'm about to edit the first beginning of it anyway.
African American.
Yeah. Still gotta work on that. How it's written, but
African American.
Okay. Yo, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? This is Remy here, and we got something special today. We have Mr. Boca.
Yeah.
Mr. Boca, introduce yourself, please, sir.
Yo, what's up? I go by the name Kuzi. It's African name.
Kuzi.
You can just call me KB.
KB.
KB, yeah.
Mm.
Nice to meet you, YouTube.
Then we have my brother here visiting from America in Pretoria. And introduce yourself, sir.
yeah, I go by Joe. Just like your average Joe, common name, from America. I don't have a South African name or African name yet, but we're working on it.
And like I said, you already know who I am. Nice to see you guys again. I know it's been a long time since I've made any content, brought anything to the table. Been doing a lot of renovations around the home and trying to get things together. But today we decided to talk about differences in South Africa, America, and what it's been like for us being in South Africa. My brother, Mr. Boko over here, he's Zimbabwean. He's from Zim.
Yeah.
We're from America. So we each have different experiences that we've experienced since we've been here. Good, bad, things in the middle. And we just want to talk about these things and see if y'all care. so let's start off with greetings. Greetings.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
So I realized, like my brother's name, the other thing, I was telling them, whenever in South Africa, you have to make sure that even if you're getting into a store or anywhere, in a taxi, you have to greet anyone you meet, even a stranger. And they found it weird because they were like, no, in the States, we don't do that. It's like even in Zim, even like when my first time I get into like South Africa, I was finding it weird, to greet anyone. But now, I can greet anyone, anytime. I'm not even scared. I feel like everyone in South Africa is your friend. Yeah. Everyone is your friend in South Africa.
And-
Culturally, it's something that get into me, and I felt like now I understand why do they do that. It's to build relationship.
Yeah.
A stranger is your relative in South Africa. Something that is cool.
Yeah.
They also find it weird though, but they're gonna work on it, I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, in America, it's the opposite of that. People don't respond positively to like someone saying, "Hey, good morning," or "How you doing?" Like they think you're trying to do something, like you're trying to set them up or something like that. But it also depends on where you're from in America. But it comes off as like, "What are you trying to get out of me?" or "What you trying to do?"
Yeah.
That's it. We're always watching our backs in America.
Yeah. You're looking for the con, the play. Like, why is this guy so friendly to me?
Exactly.
What you want, bro? What you want, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's like I go to a grocery store, say Spar, Woolworths or something like that, and I'm sitting in the queue. And I learned what queue means too now. It's not sitting in line waiting; it's sitting in queue.
Cute, yeah.
And I'm sitting in queue or standing in queue, and I maybe 10, 15 people in front of me. And each time a person get up to the cashier, hello, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? I'm great, thank you. And this person pay for their groceries, leave. Next person come up, same process.
Yeah.
Same process. Next person come up, it's 10 people in front of me. The same person come, next person come up, same thing happen. You get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, do she get tired of saying hello, how are you? I'm
No,
well. How are you?
you'll never get tired of
And,
hearing
and it's
that.
and I look. When I
I feel
first
like
got here, I was just thinking like I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, man, no, this can't be real. Like this can't be real. It's like when I get up there and I say hello, how are you? Because I'm not gonna go up there and do something different because I've seen everybody else doing this
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like you've set an example for me. So now when I get up there, I'm thinking to myself, okay, now if I say hello, how are you? You know, maybe she know those 10 people. Maybe they come here all the time. I don't know. You know, so I get up there and I'm, hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? And I'm like, I'm fine, thank you. You know, I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
okay, so now I get it. I understand. It's a good feeling, you know, to just be able to greet someone and they greet you back, and there's nothing behind it. You're
Yeah.
just being polite.
Yeah.
You're just being nice. And I'm gonna tell you guys a story, something that happened. My first time coming here, it was just a visit, and we had got a rental car. So I was taking a rental car back to the airport to catch our flight, and I got lost. Of course, you're gonna get lost. I got lost because I was trying to figure out where is the rental company inside of OR Tambo Airport, and I said, you know what? Let me ask these police officers over here. Let me talk to them. So I pull over, and I say, excuse me, do you know what a rental return is? And the brother looked at me like, ah, hello, how are you? And I said, I'm doing fine. Do you know where I can? Hello, how are you? And it struck me. It's like, bro, you ain't in America. Like, you better get some respect about yourself right now. So I say, oh, brother, I'm sorry. I am deeply sorry. Hello, how are you? I should have greeted you. I apologize. I'm sorry. And he said, oh, no problem, brother. You want to go this way and you want to go that way, but if you go
Exactly.
down this way, make sure you stay to your right.
Yeah.
And once again, I had to apologize to the brother. I am so sorry. But you know, these are things that we want to talk about today because there are so many differences in American culture and in African culture that a lot of people, you know, just not aware of. You just don't know. You want to hop on a plane and you want to come, and when you get here, it's a shock sometimes because you don't know that you don't have to carry that American standoffness around with you all the time. So yeah, that's one of the things. And also, as a side note, um, I want to say that it has been a cultural awakening for all of us. You know, just learning, you know, how to be different when you come from somewhere different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still believe, like, we call it Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Ubuntu. Have you ever heard of that word?
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
Bu. Bu.
Okay.
Bu. Bu.
Okay.
Ubuntu.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's South African. And then Zim is Hunu. Hunu.
Hulu.
Hunu.
Mm.
Hunu.
Okay.
So in English, it's humility.
Okay.
That's respect.
Mm.
So it's a culture that
Yeah.
is in Africa that you can find anywhere in Africa.
Okay.
Like Africans, we have like Hunu, we have Ubuntu,
Mhm.
we have humility, like we have respect amongst each other.
Yes.
You understand?
Mhm.
So wherever you go, everyone is your brother.
Mm.
Everyone is your sister.
Yeah. Now see.
The same person you're passing is the same person you're going to ask for help for. Say,
Mhm.
brother, can you help me with this? Because you are free to do that because we have Ubuntu. We have respect amongst ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Now see, in America, everybody's your brother too. You know, I see somebody look like me. You know, that's my brother.
But do you have Ubuntu?
But
Do you have humility?
yeah, but just being that this person looks like me and this person is my brother, I still got to say, is my brother a good guy or is my brother a bad guy? And you don't know that until the interaction happens.
All right.
Until a conversation starts or some type of interaction. It has to be something.
But are you like free? Are you like free to talk to a stranger? Like
Yes.
Yeah, you
someone
can
you
talk to.
totally don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're free, but trust is always the key part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna still look at you like, what? Why are you talking to me?
Or they
what
have
do
that
you-
question like,
Yeah, what
wow,
do you want?
what do you
Yeah.
want?
Yeah. What do you need
And
from me?
again, that's not all of America. That's parts of America, and that's depending on where you live at in America. You see what I'm saying? So there's places in America to where it's, say, down south in Florida or Georgia, and you're down there, and you can be walking down the street and you pass someone's house and they're sitting outside and they wave, you know. And we lived in Detroit, Michigan for a while, and people don't do that in Detroit, Michigan.
Why?
So when you go down to Florida and Georgia in the South, and you're driving down somebody's street and you got people outside just sitting on the porch or watering the grass or cutting the yard, they don't know you, but when they see you pass by, it's,
Mm.
you know. But that's not a big thing in big cities and urban areas. In urban areas, just like you have, urban areas here, to where you in a location or something, you're not just gonna be friendly to everybody you see, or would you?
Yeah. It's different. Yeah. You can come across a stranger. I can greet a stranger. Hi, how's it? I pass. It's like it's like it's like that everywhere here in South Africa. You can talk to anyone anytime. You feel like maybe I need to speak to someone. If you see that this person is approachable, because sometimes some people they have their own things going on, you understand. But if you see that no, this person is innocent enough to have a conversation with, you can talk to that person. Yeah, we have that thing of saying, you know what, I'm open if you want to talk to me. Yeah,
So it starts with that first first interaction.
yeah,
Like we were saying before, you 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 look at this person, they look like me. Hey, that's my brother. That's my sister.
exactly.
But you don't really know until you have that interaction to say, my brother is a good person or my brother is a bad person, right? Yeah, yeah. So
There are
so,
also other places whereby you have to be cautious of the person you're talking to. Like locations. Locations, there are people you can really see that no, this one, it's a red flag. But other like general places, malls and that, you can approach someone, you can talk to, have a word with them. That person. Like, you know what? Let's speak.
okay.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, locations are what we call in America the hood.
The hood. Yeah,
Yeah.
the hood.
It's the hood.
This side is locations.
Yeah, it's just called a different name. In America, we call it the hood. Some people call it the ghetto. Here it's called locations, but it's the same thing. It's more of an area to where um, uh, finances are not the best. People don't have the best jobs, but you make do with what you have. You know, and usually in situations like in the hood or a location, you have strong knit families. People come together, and sometimes you have braai or barbecue, whatever you want to call it, and people come together, have a good time, eat. Food is always uh, the thing that brings us as black people
Yeah.
together. No matter where you at, we can
Yeah.
be in China, bro.
Yeah,
Long
that's
as it's
true.
one, look, long as it's one more of us, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna eat. We're gonna get together. We're gonna socialize, and we're gonna have a good time.
Have you ever been in a location beside? In a ghetto?
No, I haven't. I have had a few invitations
Yeah.
to come to a location.
Which locations are those?
Mamelodi,
Right.
Tembisa.
Tembisa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Those are like the major locations.
Mhm.
So like the ghettos. I didn't want to mention the ghetto because it sounds disrespectful
Yeah.
if you say ghetto. But yeah, those are.
But
the
that's
most
not the name we as people gave our neighborhoods. That name was given to us We didn't do that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
That's
I
why. That's
get what
why.
you're
That's
saying.
why I said location. Because ghetto. It sounds disrespectful.
Yeah.
So, in SA, this side we're in Gauteng. This province is Gauteng, right?
Yes.
So, Mamelodi is one of the biggest ghetto in South Africa, and then we have Soweto. Have you ever heard of Soweto?
Yes.
It's the most
yes.
popular one.
Yes.
So in Mamelodi, Soweto, and Tembisa, those are the ghettos. And when you go there, approach with caution. When you're driving, approach with caution, because those are most like dangerous ghettos. I believe some people who are watching, they can agree with me. Like those locations, it goes down.
Yeah.
It goes. I also believe you also have those locations in the states where
Yes,
even if you're
yes,
driving,
yes.
you have to approach with caution. Be like, no, yeah,
Everywhere, every state,
Yeah.
every city.
Yeah. We have hoods in America where the police go in with caution.
yeah,
that's that's just what it is, because anytime you have a situation where poverty is a problem, you're gonna have people that has to figure out whether they're gonna eat or not. You understand? And when you have poverty-stricken areas, you have crime, and that's just part of it. It's no fault to their own. You know,
Yeah.
it's like when we stayed in the hood, we didn't choose to stay in the hood.
yeah,
We didn't choose to be
yeah,
hungry.
yeah. That's true.
Just
know?
Because
situational.
if you choose, you wouldn't even choose to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have an option, you wouldn't choose to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to like America, though, it's different because I know we say it's like situational, but like some of this stuff is it's a system. It always has been a system. You know that's slowly changing, but and that's one of the things we've been talking about, the differences between SA and America, and you know how we greet each other as black men, or just how we our living conditions and things like that. It's all so different, you know, and we just having that conversation just changes everything, just blows my mind. I had an extreme culture shock just coming here, just asking questions or just talking, and then so did you, like, you know, just learning stuff about America. You know, a lot of SA people like really rely on movies, you know, and they'd be like, "Oh,
yeah, that's
the American
true.
dream, America's the best
American
place."
dream, yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, that dream, I go to America, it'll be a nightmare. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
you
let's
get
say
stuck there.
before you came here, what was like the picture like? Before you even like,
Before I got here,
yeah, how did you imagine South Africa or Africa in general?
I'm not, to be honest, I imagine that it would be similar to America, but not as I would say advanced, because of, like, you know, just the stuff that I've heard about, you know, the government and, you know, 30 years of freedom and stuff like that. So I just assumed it would be, you know, some problems here and there. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be like a bad place to be, though.
Right.
Like I didn't assume I would be unsafe or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the problem with media. In America, you Google anything about Africa, you're gonna see lions, giraffes, elephants. You don't see anything that deals with culture, advancements, infrastructure, technology. You don't see all of that unless you hear and you're on the ground and you see the work that that not just South Africans but Africans in general are putting in, the contributions that they make to everyday life, and people will pass that over because you get this narrative that's given to you that nothing good comes out of Africa, which is totally wrong. Totally wrong. I'm telling you, like, in some ways, I ain't gonna, no, I'm not even gonna say some ways. In a lot of ways, Africa is way more modern than America.
I agree.
Way
I
more
agree.
modern.
Yeah, I agree.
You
And
know.
everything that's in, like, let's say, like South African houses just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can relate to a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
inside.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
A lot of stuff in American houses don't make sense.
Yes.
And I've lived there all my life, you know.
Mm.
But like I would say, yeah, the modernistic way that they do things here is just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
From grocery stores to your house to parking, everything, like
It makes
literally
sense.
everything. Yeah, everything makes sense.
Mhm.
You know, smallest changes and smallest details.
So you mean there are a lot of stuff in America that don't make sense?
Most of it don't.
Yeah.
You know, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just get used to it.
Yeah.
That's it. Like traffic.
Like one thing. Why would you build a home out of wood and drywall? Wood and chalk.
Yeah.
Wood and chalk. Why would you build a home out of wood and chalk? That's probably gonna last maybe 100 years. When you come to Africa, you're gonna see homes built out of concrete, solid.
Solid concrete.
This thick. The walls this thick.
Yeah.
This gonna last you about 500 to 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the minimum. At the minimum, and that's the thing about Africa. You know, they do things to last, to pass down to your descendants, and man, I'm gonna tell you something. I thought Americans worked hard. You know, sometimes we work two jobs. Bro, when I tell you, Africans are some of the hardest working people. Like, man, and the first thing they'll tell you, you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna
Yeah,
give you nothing.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna give you
Yeah,
nothing.
no one. Nobody.
There's ain't no
Nobody.
welfare, ain't no food stamps,
No,
no
nah.
ADC, no
Nah.
EBT, none of that. You got to get it off of what you do in life.
Now I understand that, like, experiencing that, like, you know, coming from Zimbabwe and getting into SA, I believe that, you know, the motive and what drives me to be here, I have to work so that I can eat. I have to work. If I don't work, I don't eat. And I'm not even home. This is not home. You understand? But I feel home because I'm in Africa, and South Africans in general, like people, they gave me that hope to say, you know what, even if you are away from Zim, you are still home. I meet a lot of people, strangers that tend to be friends, strangers that tend to be family. You know, they gave me support. Like, you know what, you're home. Don't worry. That I think that's why we also come to saying, like, this is Ubuntu. This is Unu. We have Unu. We
Yeah.
support each other. I don't know if it's there in America.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
small spaces. It's not like everywhere, but we do have community-oriented places where we come together and we try to help each other. But, you know, sometimes other agencies or other groups of people get in the way of that. But we have it. We make the best attempt to do it. But it's not like this. This in South Africa's community is everybody's doing it together. But
Yeah.
America's a big place, though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's big. America's big.
You know, it's hard to get everybody together and say, hey, we're one community, let's help each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we try.
Do you ever, I believe, like, South Africa and USA and Canada, they're close to each other. So do you feel like whenever, let's say, you cross to Canada, do you feel home, or you feel like you're in a totally, like, different space? Because
So
when I cross to South Africa, I still feel home.
no, it's just the same. I mean, their culture is completely different.
Yeah.
You know, like they're much nicer people, though, I will say that. But culturally, no, it's very, very different. They're in Canada, they're treated differently than we would be treated in America, just being a black person. You know, we have it rougher in America, I'd say, because we're a threat no matter what we do. in America. We're perceived
You're a
as a
threat.
threat. Yeah, you know, it's just something as simple as wearing a hoodie or a hat or something that's covering your face would make you seem like you're a threat just for existing. Canada is not so much like that. You know, everybody is for the most part equal. You got some small groups of people that hate you because you're black, yellow, orange, whatever color you could be, but it's not that common in Canada.
Hmm.
Mexico either. And those are the two countries that
Mm.
are connected to the USA.
Now, me, um, I never felt like I was at home in Canada.
Mm.
I never felt like I was home in America
Mm.
because when I look around, and you see that mostly everybody there outnumbers you,
Mm.
unless you go into urban areas, mostly black populated areas. And these areas are gonna always be um, uh, mostly like the hoods. Like that's where you're gonna see the the most concentration of black people um, in urban areas or in the hood. Now, if I go to a place like Vancouver, or Maine, or Wyoming, where it's predominantly white, and you see another brother there just by chance, you're like, "Hey, man, what's up, brother? How you doing?"
You instantly feel a little safer.
Yeah,
too,
you feel
know?
good.
Mm,
You
mm.
feel good.
Yeah.
So in turn, me being here, everybody that I come across, 90% of the time, is black. They look like me, and I feel at home because I see my people that look like me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like if if you take a person um, that's say let's say Chinese, and you take that, and no, let's just say Asian. You take an Asian person and you take that person and you bring them um, to say Africa. Okay, yeah, they're gonna feel like they're outnumbered, of course. So it's just like a African American in America. You always feel like you know you're outnumbered. You're in the smallest percentage there. you know, and you always have this thought in the back of your mind, in your head, that I'm black because you see other people that don't look like you. But me being here, I don't see myself as being black. I just see myself as a person. I see myself as Remy. That's who I see myself as, you know, and that feels good. I enjoy that feeling on a daily basis, not to feel awkward when I go somewhere, or not to feel like somebody's perceiving me as a threat because I'm black. So that's one of the joys that I've experienced being here, and I love it.
But as much as you feel home, but I feel like sometimes the system is failing us as black people. Because I still remember we had a conversation. You were telling me that you don't need a passport to go to Canada. You need an ID.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But here in Africa, I'm from Zim. To come to South Africa, I need a passport. To go to Nigeria, I need a passport. To go to Mozambique, I need a passport. And on that passport, maybe some countries they'll say we need a visa for you to get into a country.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the system or I don't know. I don't really understand how it works out, because as much as you feel home, of course Africa is safe, but sometimes we are we are limited to some
Yeah.
other access. We can access a lot of things as much as we feel home, but we are limited.
Well, that all goes back to colonization. Um, During that period of time when Africa was colonized, um, it was split up between those that colonized it, and they made this, that, and uh, people that was once whole people became two different people because they say they put these invisible borders to say you are you and you are you, And now Africa still holds on to these borders and these restrictions to where, you know, uh, this brother have to have a passport to come see other brothers and sisters here.
Mm.
Uh, and it can be an inconvenience. I hear a lot of people speaking on that, just like Mr. Boca here speaks on that, and it's, it's, it's very uh, disappointing to a lot of Africans on the continent, uh, especially here in South Africa, that I talk to that doesn't like it. They hate that. You know, Africans should be able to move freely throughout Africa because you're African.
You're
You
African.
know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
Yeah,
just like you live in a home, but you can only go in the kitchen
exactly.
and in the dining room.
Then,
You can't go in the
to the
front room
bedroom, you
without
can't.
permission.
No, you can't.
That makes no sense
It
at
doesn't
all.
make sense.
And-
But you are staying in the same house.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it doesn't make sense.
Mm, mm.
But if you see the system, like, okay, in the states, I believe, like, to some point, human rights are being exercised, and they're still powerful.
Yeah. Mm, yeah.
Like
That's-
your rights as a human, they are exercised.
That's a touchy subject.
Sometimes.
It's
Yeah,
a touchy subject,
it's-
but you know, it needs to be addressed to some point.
yeah, sure. Absolutely.
It needs to be addressed because it's so concerning.
Yeah. Hey, human rights in America. You're born there, you have it, you should have it. Now, is it always respected? That depends on who you are, where you come from, your background, and things of that nature, and sometimes what you look like. You can be harmed just for being of African descent, you know. So when we think of human rights, we're still trying to get civil rights under control. we're trying to be respected as a group in America, you know, and that doesn't really happen for the most part. People see, like I said again, they see us as a threat, and on top of that, for some reason they just don't want us to be equal to them, you know. But human rights, yeah, I mean, it's something that's supposed to be respected. If you get caught violating human rights or civil rights, yes, you could potentially go to jail, but some people don't, you know. It just depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's better here than it would be there.
Yeah,
For
Yeah.
sure, 100%.
I think so.
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah.
Like I said, you say that there's crime here in South SA.
Mm.
I felt that as soon as I got here, I felt safer than I would normally feel in America.
Mm.
Because I feel like your police officers actually do work for the people here, or actually serve and protect here. Our police officers, sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get. You don't know if you're gonna get a good police officer, and you don't know if they're gonna respect your human rights or your civil rights. You don't know that.
Okay, so
it
you're
depends
telling
on the
me-
situation.
Okay, so what is actually saying? You're saying in South Africa is safe.
Yeah.
So I need to understand. You mean safe in terms of what?
In terms of like my life.
Your life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in
And harm coming to me.
all right.
But
Who is a threat in
America?
Who is a threat? Is it a stranger or is the law?
It's the law.
law. Well, it's the law for the most part, but it could be a stranger too.
Yeah, but mostly the
But
law.
who-
Most of the law.
Most is the law.
Yeah, because like if you gotta think, if the average person perceived you as a threat just by existing, then the police officer who is supposed to encounter threats obviously sees you as a threat too.
All right.
So that means that, you know, they legally carry guns and they have, you know, the right. Well, they can legally shoot, depending on what their reasoning for it is. So I mean, it just, like I said, I could be walking out of a store, and I could fit a description of somebody that's black that may be wearing the same colors, and they can go left really fast. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if you did something wrong or not. I guarantee you they're going to stop you. They're going to hold you until they find out that you didn't. And if you resist, then you're obviously putting your life in danger because
So mostly it's like you call them the feds. What's the feds?
Nah,
Cop, cop,
no,
No,
cop,
no,
feds is a different.
cop,
no,
cop, and fed is different.
no,
It's
no, no, it's, yeah, no, it's not feds. Yeah.
nah.
What's the H? You see, guys.
Feds are organization like so. Feds are like FBI, right?
Right.
And that's federal government. Police officers are typically local government. So that means they work for the public safety sector of the local government, which is like the city. So whatever city there is, they have their own local government attached to it.
Right.
And those police officers work for that city, as well as like sheriffs sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we have groups like a sheriff too, and like I said, they're a different organization from local police officers, but local police officers aren't like federal.
All right. Oh, they're not fair. Okay.
No, that'd be like
Oh,
FBI or like investigative
I understand.
organizations. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we've talked about the good, we've talked about the bad. Let's talk about the pleasures of South Africa,
SA
of ZA.
of SA.
SA.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the pleasures, okay?
You know, South Africa is a nice place to be.
Mm.
Nah, that's why I decided, you know what, I should be here. South Africa. I don't know how have you experienced South Africa so far?
Uh, it's been good. It's been great. One thing I wanted to touch on was like the quality of people. As far as like dating and marriage and stuff like that, but I don't really want. I'm gonna probably pass on that for now. Later episode, we don't want to like shout nobody away or kind of piss nobody off. So we'll wait on that one. But I will say the quality of people is amazing based on like what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Just the positivity and just people wanting to be one with each other and good morning, goodbye, hello, and all those things. That was a positive experience from the beginning.
Yeah.
And that starts to uplift you.
Exactly.
No matter like throughout day one, I was a little confused. Like, why is everybody so nice?
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Day two is like, oh, okay, they all do that here. Day three is like,
Yeah.
I said hi, good morning, how are you, more times than I've ever said in my life in a day. So it starts to work on you, and then you start to just, assimilate to
Feel like the spirit.
Yeah,
the spirit
yeah,
in here,
yeah.
is so uplifting.
yeah, you absorbed by
Yeah,
it, and then
yeah.
you just start to follow suit naturally.
I felt more home in SA than in Zim.
Oh, I could say that too.
I felt more home because when I'm here, bro, I can ask help from anyone. They can give me like plenty of ideas. Bro, do this, do that. Try this, try that. Okay, bro, don't worry. I'm not much worried inside than I am in Zim.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah, I have friends here that's very helpful, very thoughtful, caring, and it's not that it's not the type of relationship. What can you do for me? Type of relationship is genuine, that actually care, that want to see you integrate in and become a part of the community, the culture, and it's so helpful. Like when I tell you, you have helpful people all over the place, in America.
Yeah.
But South African, they will go out above and beyond to help you, to assist you, and to whatever you need to find, because they know you're not from here, and they know you don't know how things work, and you're trying to learn. So whether it's helping you learn the language, helping you find government offices that you need to go to get things done, lights, insurance, TRNs, traffic registration numbers, all of these things you're not going to know about. You're not going to know where you need to go, what you need to do, what materials you need to have, and just having somebody here that kind of helps you and kind of nudges you in the right direction is everything. It's everything.
That's true.
And the love that you get and the love that you receive
I
is it's amazing because like when you came here, you you experienced that for yourself. You experienced a welcoming,
Mm.
you know, of people willing to help you and assist you in 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 progressing um, your stay here in South Africa. So, like, man, I can say this 1,000 times. The people are amazing. Just very happy people, loving people, caring people, um, genuine, and and I know somebody sitting here saying, ah, not everybody, brother. We know that.
Yeah,
We
we
know
know
it's not
it's not gonna be
everybody.
100%, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
89 to 90%
yeah.
is positive.
But like you said, that 80, that 90%, that means everything.
Yeah,
That means everything
everything.
because those few don't speak for the whole of a people. It just don't. You know, you got people everywhere that just don't want to be bothered. You know, you might say hello to them and they might just had a bad day that day, and you don't get that welcome that you thought you was gonna get. Okay, move on.
You move
You
on.
know, yeah, you move on. You keep going about your day and do what you do. That person go about their day doing what they do, but you know what? The next person that you encounter is going to be totally opposite from that. It's going to be, you know, an awesome interaction.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I found out. But I haven't ran into too many people that just wasn't welcoming. Like, you know, people here are just very loving and open people, you know. So I've enjoyed that. Now, what we was talking about last night was the different accents and the different way, the vibe. Let's just say the
The
vibe.
vibe.
The vibe,
Yeah.
right?
The
So
vibe.
you can ask someone here, hey, am I doing this correctly? Is this the way it's supposed to be? And it's yes. Yes.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay. So I asked my brother here. I'm like, so, what does that mean? Because you know, it to me it's like, okay, it's diabolical. Yes. You know, because it come out so smooth. You know what I mean? Like, you know, in America, we just be like, yeah,
Yes.
yes, mm-hmm. Or I,
Aight.
you know, but you get yes.
That yes, it has like many questions and answers. Many questions and answers say yes. I'm still thinking, but I'm agreeing. Say yes.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Okay, sure. So yeah, bro, Africa,
Yeah,
you have to be safe.
yeah,
You are safe.
yeah, yeah. I feel like like I said, I feel safe
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah.
And you gotta think like as soon as I get on a flight and go back to America, that's a whole nother shock right there, man. Because you know now I gotta start watching my back a little bit more, versus just completely like letting go and just being comfortable,
Yeah.
But you know you don't.
But
pins
so
and
would
needles.
you decide on moving to Africa?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I've already decided it. It's
And
a-
I also had a conversation with you last night about
Yeah.
about women in America
See,
and women in
What?
South Africa.
true. Nah, I
And you
think
said something about women in America. You were like, they're not real. They are after your money.
well, it happens, but we'll do that in a different segment.
All right.
We'll do that in a different segment.
Okay,
'Cause-
we touched that topic.
yeah, because
yeah.
that's a whole topic in itself. Like
Yeah.
you can literally talk about that for like a whole hour straight. just that conversation because there's so many
Yeah.
there's so many things to it.
To break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's so many things to like explain, and you would have more of an explanation when it comes to like African women,
Yeah.
not just South African women, but African women as a whole.
Yeah.
And then then we'd be able to discuss American women as a whole. And when I tell you, they're not all the same. They're not all the same.
Is it?
No. They have different stipulations and requirements, and they all expect you to know what their requirements are. But each woman has a different requirement. Like women prefer you to walk up to them, introduce yourself, get to know them, take them out, take them out.
Yeah.
Some women don't want you walking up to them at all.
Why?
You know, but they still require certain things from it. It's a long thing to discuss, man, because it's very confusing right now in America.
It all comes to what I was saying is Ubuntu, humility, respect.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah.
So, and that's important.
It's very important.
But it's not a lot of, like a lot of people have, like you say, humanity.
Yeah.
A lot of people have respect, but majority don't. They don't care about you.
They don't.
No. They don't care about you at all. Because as soon as they see you, you'll be leaving. You know what I mean? They don't intend to. For the most part, and I'm not just saying this is all women in America or all people in America, but it's what can I get out of this person?
Okay.
You know what I mean? How do you benefit me?
All right.
You know, and dating is kind of like that in America too.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. You have those diamonds in the rough.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
know.
you gotta do a lot to find them though.
Yeah.
You know, and then a lot of times they could be with someone that's not so much a diamond either. You know what I mean? But honestly, yeah, you gotta. I don't know.
Like for me, I'm married. I've been married for a very long time. Me and my wife have been together for 23 years, and she was my diamond that I found, you know, and best thing that ever happened to me. Love her to death,
And it's a blessing.
man.
It's a blessing.
Man,
You know,
No.
it's a blessing. It's a
Yeah.
good blessing because someone you're gonna live with forever, bro. You need to make sure that this person is the right person.
yes.
And if you make a mistake, just know that you've made a mistake for the rest of your life.
Oh, you're gonna know.
Yeah, you're gonna learn
You're
the
gonna
hard
know.
way.
Yeah,
You're gonna learn the hard way.
You'll never forget.
Yeah.
There's no way possible. You'll never
So
forget.
if you find someone that you know you're aligned with, it's a blessing. Like
Yeah.
it's a real blessing.
And make sure that person is your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your best friend. Looks are important. Intelligence is important. Compatibility is important. But the friendship factor is priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless.
It's priceless.
Priceless.
If you don't have a friendship, you can't have a relationship.
Yeah.
Because a relationship or marriage is based on your compatibility, your ability to function together, you know, to disagree and agree respectfully, to respect each other,
Yeah.
you know, and just having that is fundamental and key to surviving a long, prosperous relationship. Now, since we talked about the dating part, well, we didn't talk about the dating part. We didn't talk about the dating
Nah,
part.
we didn't.
Briefly. Yeah,
Just
briefly.
a brief.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna catch up on that.
Yeah.
but you being a single man, because I'm a married man, so being a married man in South Africa, man, you gotta have everything together. You gotta have everything together. And I'm gonna tell you why you gotta have everything together. Now I'm gonna let my brother tell you why you gotta have everything together. because if you're a married man in South Africa and you don't have everything together up here or here, you in trouble, boy. You in trouble. You in a whole lot of trouble, boy.
Big trouble.
Yeah.
Big
You know,
trouble, big
so
trouble.
what have you seen when it comes to South African women and the varieties that they come in?
You know, South African women are very different than what I'm used to. There are some that are looking just to meet somebody to have some fun, but the majority of them that are single are looking for like marriage. You know, they're looking for somebody to be with for forever, basically. But South African women are not afraid to like say something to you. They're not afraid to like approach you. They don't have this thing where it's like, oh, that man has to approach me first and things like that. Nah, they will approach you. They will flirt with you. They will tell you like, hey, they're gonna ask you some questions. You single? You got any kids? You ain't married? And then once you get those questions, you know what time it is. You know why they're asking you those questions. And and initially, like there's been a couple of situations where there some South African women were told that I was single, and then their response is, I cook, I clean. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all of them that, like, if they're interested in you, they'll basically, explain to you that they will give you the necessities, right? Because I mean, I'm not saying that has to be a woman's job, but I'm saying that that's commonly what is expected in most places like America and Africa. So they'll let you know that that's what they do, and they don't have no problem doing that. Now, it's a big difference in America, because American women are not like that, because American women are what we would consider feminists, and they don't feel like the gender roles like that apply to them. Which, I mean, it's okay, whatever people feel and whatever they respect it's all them. You can't really knock a person for what they feel and respect, but it just may not fit you. So when you come from America to a place like South Africa, and then you experience like an overwhelming positive response to just certain gender roles like that, it's a shock too, but it's a positive shock. It's a happy problem to have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of women that have an interest in you, and they'll offer you the same thing. It's just
and for the most part, South Africans tend to date with a purpose, with intent, and that intent is to overall marriage. You're gonna hear that a lot. If you're on a dating site, what do you mainly see? Long term. No, none of that.
No games or something like
Yeah.
that, or no
serious.
no hookups, or no nothing just for fun, just long-term relationships or marriage.
Yeah. And what would you say, feature wise, is different between America and South Africa?
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest. Not everybody gonna know what this means, but damn near 90% of them got a wagon on them. You hear me? Thicker than grits, cold oatmeal. You know what I'm saying? They are, even the skinny ones. You know what I'm saying? They all built like a letter B, man. They all got it back there.
So
they got it on them.
So my brother came to visit, and we just going around places, and he was just like, man, everybody got a booty. Everybody got a booty. It was like it's booties everywhere.
That's Africa for you.
All of them.
And it's natural. It's no BBLs.
No
nah,
BBLs.
Nah.
No BBLs.
Nah.
No.
All
It's
natural.
It's oxtails and pap and dumplings.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's everywhere. And like I said, you're a married man. That might be kind of difficult for you. To come to Africa and experience wagons.
Wagons.
and letter B's.
They don't like letter B.
That might be difficult for you. It's gonna take some restraint as a man to keep your head focused and straight, looking straight that way. And don't go like that. Because
You could be
you might
anywhere.
get punched by the person you with. Trying to look at wagons.
Man. Everywhere you go, they dragging them wagons too.
Yeah.
Man.
Dragging them behind them.
They're not playing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. But
I mean, anywhere you go.
yeah. That just goes back to it. And sisters are the most beautiful women on this planet. Be it America, be it South Africa, be it Africa, I don't care where they at. Beautiful in so many different varieties. They come in, and it's a blessing. The beauty that our people possess, it's amazing. Now, would you say, and from your perspective,
Yeah.
it's been easier for you to meet people, have conversations, meaningful conversations at that here than being in America? Would you say that
As far as like dating or just in general?
in general?
Oh no, yeah, it's easier here. It's easier here because I mean everybody wants to know your perspective anyway. Especially as soon as they hear your accent and they hear you speaking English, and your English doesn't have a specific accent to it, then their interest is already there. So that conversation can turn into anything.
Yeah.
Just from you saying something and they overhear you saying something. Oh yeah.
But what do you get mostly when a person hear your American accent and they want to ask questions because they're curious?
Yeah.
But most of the time, what I found is it's based on a movie.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Or TV.
Yeah. Everybody want to go to Los Angeles. Everybody want to go to Detroit. You know, they want to go to these places. You know that Americans don't make it back from sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Chicago. Stay out of there.
Chi-town.
You know.
What's up?
You know, if you, it's a thorough place, man, and it's not a place it's not a tourist place. I mean, downtown Chicago could be, but I mean, venturing outside of those areas just to sightsee is probably not that great. But yeah, it's overall curiosity, you know.
Curiosity.
And they all like most of them like want that question answered, like, is it like this, or is it like that, or or can I go over there and be successful? Can I make money? You know, it's just things like that.
And let's talk about that too, because you can go to America and you can make money, and you can be successful, but the percentage rate of that happening is very slim. A lot of people have this misconception that if I can just make it to America, man, I'm gonna have so much money, and that's not the fact. That's not the fact. It's not that easy because, for one, you need someone there that you can rely on until you get on your feet. You need to find a job because let's say you go to America and you get a job, okay, and now you're making American money, but at the same time you got American bills, and those American bills are not cheap. Cost of living is expensive. So as fast as you make the money, the faster you have to spend it. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't have a foundation or support system there to help you get on your feet, like someone say, hey, my brother, come and I got a job lined up for you. I want you to come stay with me, and 3 months, 4 months, whatever, you save your money up and get on your feet. And but that's not gonna always be the case. If you come, you're gonna be just like any other person that's already in America that gotta find a job, and they working this job from 9 to 5, 5-6 days a week. Then you gotta pay rent, and in most cases, rent is through the roof since COVID. It's just not financially sound to survive in America off minimum wage or off a regular job and try to make ends meet and save up at the same time. It's very difficult to do that. But when you see TV will tell you, hey, everybody's living good, everybody has money, everybody's rich, everybody has nice stuff. That is Hollywood. That is TV.
This also goes to my African brothers who always wish to be in America. Well, it's not a bad thing to be in America. Maybe
No.
to visit,
Yeah.
and to see how other cultures,
Yeah.
But in Africa, I feel like if you go to America, you've made it. That's what most people think.
Yeah.
Say if you go to America, you've made it in life.
You made it. You made it somewhere. You made it somewhere. But now you got to make something out of it.
Out of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not just going to get there and just be like, okay, I have arrived.
You got to
people
work
that-
twice as hard.
Yeah. People
Gotta get there.
they don't like realize what they have here in Africa. They don't appreciate what they have.
Yeah.
They feel like maybe, you know, they have less in
That's only because of media. The media tells you everybody has everything in America,
here.
and
Yeah.
the media tells Africans that they have nothing, and that America has everything. So when you see that, you want to go there because you believe that if you go there too, you'll have everything. But it's not. It's a struggle. It's a rat race. You know, you are working hard to make ends meet to live. You know, some people get complacent and some people stay where they are. Some people say, you know what, I work at McDonald's, and they're gonna work there until they 50 years old. That's what they want to do. But you have some people that say, you know what, my first job was at KFC, McDonald's, but now I want to go off into factory. Now I want to go off into welding, engineering, um, um, whatever. But you're trying to advance yourself to a higher station so that you can live better. Because you're not just gonna um, wake up one morning, go to America, get a job, and have a nice BMW or Mercedes. It's gonna be a hoopty. We
Yeah.
call them hoopty. It's gonna be a hood car. It's gonna be something to get you from A to B, so you can keep going to work, making money, pay your bills, buy groceries, put clothing on your back, your kids' back, whatever. And then when you look at your money at the end of that pay cycle, you're like, hey, I need more. This ain't enough.
Yeah.
You see? So now you got to get another job, or you got to get another side hustle or something to try to make ends meet so you can have more of an income. Now, I found that um, most brothers and sisters here, they actually see TV as a way of information of how black people are in America, and most of the times is wrong. Is wrong. Our mannerisms, the way we act, the way we do things, the way we live, is not the way you see it on TV. TV is for entertainment purposes only. That's really what it is. There's no means to actual news or facts about what's actually going on there. The poverty that most Americans live in, be that they white or black. Um, a lot of Americans live in poverty, like poor.
Most.
Yeah, yeah. So that thought of, you know, America being the land of milk and honey, and everybody got money and all that stuff. No, if you meet a brother that got money, he worked hard. He worked hard to get it, and it wasn't just given to him. You know. Another thing I can say too is the difference between the currency helps out. But even if, say, you're American and you come to Africa and the currency exchange is favorable, it's good for you, but at the same time, it's still not enough depending on what your financial situation is. Because just like I was telling another brother here, everybody can't come to Africa. They can't afford to. They can't afford to make that trip because those tickets are expensive, right?
Oh yeah.
Very expensive. Like you can go anywhere from paying 3,500 for a ticket to 700 US for a ticket. That's a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? Now, if everybody in America had money to do that, it would be a lot of people from America coming over to Africa quite often. And it wouldn't be a curiosity about African Americans or Americans in general because you would see more of them frequently. But that just goes to show and goes to tell you that it's not financially um, accessible for a lot of African Americans to actually come to the continent and actually find themselves or um, uh, find where they want to be at in life and what they want to do in life. It's not that accessible. and actually going to America from here, those tickets range roughly around the same price. So for an African to come to America, it's extremely expensive. It's not a cheap ordeal to just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to Africa, or you know what, hey, I'm going to America. It's very costly, and sometimes those tickets can set you back to the point to where you got to recoup that money some type of way, and if your living situations are not up to the point to where you can just spend money, then you're losing. You're losing, and you're hurting yourself, and it's a setback. So yeah, I want to say to people, movies are great, but it doesn't define um, people in America at all. It's fictional. That there's nothing true about it. Is it's laughable to me,
Yeah.
really. And I look at it the same way when we look at TV in America about Africa, and you think what you're seeing is real life. You think that you seeing flies on people and people living in the bush is all over Africa. That's not all over Africa. It is not. I tell you,
Not even close.
It's a lie.
there are very successful brothers and sisters here in Africa that's doing major things, that own businesses, and that's in management. Um, there's brothers and sisters here in Africa that make Americans look poor. Look poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, how they say here? Poor.
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 Poor. You're saying poor.
Yeah, poor.
Now I say poor.
Oh, look.
Poor.
Since we're talking about pronunciations and things, right? First time I met Mr. Boko over here, we were just talking, chopping it up, and we're gonna talk about something that we've just been cracking up about, these accents, because we as Americans in Africa, we have an accent.
Yeah.
Africans, as African Americans, when we hear, there's an accent. Okay, so we was talking about the restaurant SPUR. And I pronounce that restaurant as Spur.
Yeah.
My brother here pronounced it as
Spare.
Spet.
Yeah. Spare. They can agree with me.
Spet.
Spare. Is it spare or spur? It's
Spare.
spur. They say it's spur.
Okay.
Nice. They say it's spur. Now I say it's spare.
So
My African sisters and brothers, they can agree with me.
Yeah.
Spare.
so
We don't have to say purr.
give me your opinions in the comments, please. Is it spare like SPAIR, or is it spur like SPUR?
Why are you saying You don't have
Because
to
of the
say
U, the UR.
It's spare.
Spare.
Yeah, they can agree with me.
So you makes the A sound.
Nah.
Because in the South African vowel, U is ooh. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
So
And
how
then-
ooh turns to air?
And then the R, where is the R coming? Where is the R going?
Where is it going?
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
Where
Wait a
is it
minute.
going?
Wait a minute.
Where's the R going?
Look. So
you're only sounding with the U. Where's the R going?
the R,
Spur.
spur.
Alright. Okay, let's hear in the comments.
You see, that was
Nah,
perfect.
I
Say that
didn't-
again. All right.
Alright.
See, he's learning his African American slang, and we're learning,
Yeah.
and we're learning at the same time. So most of the time, look, this is what we do. We sit up and we have conversations, and we just laugh and we joke and we try to figure out the differences in our accents, because most people say that my English is too fast, and I say the accents here is too fast, too fast. So I'm learning Betty right now. That's what I'm learning. That's the language I chose to learn first, because I tried to learn Sutu first, and that just became a little difficult for me. But Betty, I'm catching on to that a little bit faster, and I think it'll be an easier process for me. But my tutor, she speaks very good English, and she still says that my English is too fast. So sometimes I have to slow it down and repeat myself. And sometimes I ask her to slow down and repeat it because the way she says things is too fast for me to catch it because of the accent.
Yeah.
Now, just like I believe I don't have an accent because I hear myself just fine. I hear myself just like everything I'm saying. I comprehend it. I'm hearing it.
Do I have an accent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which accent do I have?
I don't know. I don't know.
Say he doesn't know.
I don't know. All I know is when you pronounce the word, what I hear is not what you hear. You see? It's not what you hear. So a lot of times, if you're African American, sometimes a person might get frustrated because you asking them, I'm sorry, say that again? I'm sorry? You know? Because when they're talking, they hear everything that they're saying perfectly clear. And they don't understand why you can't hear what they're saying perfectly clear. You see what I'm saying? So that is the accent part of it, you know? Like if I go somewhere and I'm shopping, I try to speak clear as possible because a few of my brothers and sisters here done told me my English is too fast. Slow it down. And I don't know what this means. Maybe you can tell me what this means. They say it's too thick, it's too deep.
It's too deep. Like the way you pronounce word.
Mm-hmm.
Same as spur.
Mm-hmm.
You say spur. Spur.
Mm.
Some people they won't even understand.
Mm.
I believe you came across people who will be like, huh? What are you saying? Huh? What are you saying? I don't understand you.
Mm.
Have you ever came across those kind of people? But
Yes.
They will say, come again. Come
Yes,
again.
they say come again.
Yeah.
Or they say too fast.
Too fast. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's the way you pronounce the word.
Mm.
They're thick.
Mm.
They're thick.
Okay. Okay. That's that's informative to me because I just had to learn on my own to not be so energetic when I'm talking. You know, to kind of like relax it, calm it down. You know, because sometimes when I talk, like I was talking yesterday, and I was saying like kind of American slang term words, and my brother had to remind me that I'm saying slang term words. You know, so I forget sometimes that hey, you know, maybe this brother might not understand, or maybe this sister might not understand what I'm saying because I'm speaking English the way I've always known. And I've learned something here from my tutor that there's two different types of English. There's American English and there's African English, which is totally different. It's totally different. And African English is like a broken English in the U.S. is what we call broken English, and it's more like would you say a slang? Spoken with slang, a different variation. Some things are pronounced different. Some things are shortened.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like what's happening?
Like what's happening, or you say what's up.
What's up? What's up? Is it slang?
That's slang.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Okay.
The way it's pronounced, it sounds like a slang, but what's happening is just two regular words. It's just the accent attached to what's happening.
Okay.
But yeah.
So also, you'll hear this. How's you?
How's you?
Yeah. So that's the same way we pronounce things in America. We slang it.
Right.
Instead of saying how are you? How's you? You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of similarities. It's just spoken differently. That's it. And that's one thing that I realized being here is that South Africans or Africans in general have their own variation of English. It's not like our English. So when you come here and you expect somebody to just understand you, no, no, bruh, it don't work that way. Like, learn the language. Because I've seen a few YouTubers on here say, you know, You don't have to actually learn the language because everybody speaks English. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Everybody speaks English.
Everybody speaks some variation of English, some version of English. But if you want to come here and you want to visit or you just want to be around, learn the language. Learn how to greet. Learn how to say dumale. Learn how to say ashe. You know, greet properly. You know, that respect goes a long ways. You know, of you just being here and expect that everybody's just gonna speak English to you. Because even if they know English, that don't mean that they prefer to speak it. You know, so it's just like somebody go to America, everybody there speaks predominantly English. Now, when this person comes there to your country and to America, and they speak in Petty, you like, hey, hey, you're in America, bruh. So you in South Africa. Speak the languages. Learn the language. It take you a long way here. I promise you that.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Now, wouldn't you say that that's a form of respect, right?
Yeah.
Because you care enough to actually learn. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what I've been learning, and that's why I decided to get a tutor and to help me, but I also have interactions with South Africans every day, and I practice every day. And I'm telling you, sometimes they gonna laugh. They laugh at me all the time.
That's the process.
All the time.
You have to go through it. This process.
You know, and I laugh too at myself. Oh yeah. Yesterday I had a birthday get together, just some friends over, and two of them was Afrikaans. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah.
Afrikaans. And you know, I'm learning a little Afrikaans as well because I interact with everyone.
Yeah.
And I was trying to say welcome, and I said donkey.
Donkey.
Everybody laughed. You get me? But you just gonna go through that. That's the process of learning. You know what I mean? Just like my brother here, you know, we teach him some slang words, and then you know it's funny when he pronounces them, and we laugh. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up like that. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. But you know what? Wait until you came across a Nigerian. Have you ever heard Nigerians speaking English?
Yes, we have a lot of
America.
Nigerians in America.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
How is it?
It's broken.
Yeah. Big
But
accent.
but we can understand them
Yeah. All right.
because the thing about America is we have so many people there. We have Africans there from all over Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Congo, everywhere. We have them all over.
Yeah.
You know, and it's weird because we have so many Africans in America, but we have so little African Americans in Africa. You know, but I would say we've been prepped to understand the accents a little better because America is a melting pot. You got Jamaicans, you got Mexicans, Chinese, Italians. We got everyone in America.
Everywhere. Anybody everywhere is in America.
Yeah.
No matter what country. If you think of any country, there's somebody from that country there.
They're in
As I
America.
said, when Americans speaking, I feel like they're rapping.
Ah,
I feel like they're rapping. It's a song. I feel like it's a rap battle, man. You know?
yeah. So we talked about this earlier too, and I was telling him my wife, we was at a furniture store, and my wife was greeting in Sutu, and the lady say, I love the way you say that. It sounds like you sing.
You're singing.
And I say, singing? It sounds like she's singing? She said, yes. The accent. It's the accent.
Yeah. I believe a lot of people can agree with me.
Yeah.
I feel like you'll be rapping or singing. The way you pronounce the words, the way you're speaking. If you speak fast, man, you're rapping. It's a song, man.
You know, but I compare us learning African languages to a baby learning how to speak.
Yeah, yeah. If you put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put it that way.
Yeah, because you're not gonna pronounce everything perfectly. You know how a baby don't pronounce everything
Yeah.
perfectly, you know, and you kind of off with it, but it sounds cute.
Yeah. But you laugh at the same time. You'll be like, what? What are you saying?
It sounds cute, so that's why they're gonna laugh, because it's like, okay, he's trying, or she's trying, but you know, it's cute because it's funny the way she said it, or the funny the way he said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even me, like the way when I was like learning how to speak like one of South African languages, hey, my colleagues will be laughing at me. Bro, what are you saying? I'll be like, am I saying it the right way? I'll be like, no, change your accent, change your beat. But now I'm catching up. You know what? I'm catching up. Now I can even speak it like fluently, effortlessly.
Yeah, and that's the key thing too, man. When you come here, please try to learn the language, and it's good because, like you said, you never know what a person's saying. A person can be saying, "Hey, let's hit him upside the head and rob him. Let's take his car. Let's do anything harmful to this person," and you don't know what just because you decided not to learn the language. Like, learning the language could help you in so many different ways.
Very important.
Business, financial transactions. You can have two contractors come to your home to do work, and they say, "Hey, let's charge him an extra 5,000 rand." He don't know. You get what I'm saying? But you decided not to learn the language, so therefore you don't understand. You see what I'm saying? So my advice to you is just prepare yourself to learn. Yeah, to learn. Like if you in America and you live in New York and you're gonna move to California, you're gonna learn how things maneuver there, how things operate. You're gonna learn what colors not to wear.
Yeah.
Like Pac said, you're gonna learn the B's and the C's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna learn. So take it upon yourself to increase your knowledge about the place where you're going to, and learn the culture, and learn not to be disrespectful by certain things. Because like my brother taught me here, there's a handshake, and the way you shake hands here is respectful. And if you do it in a nonchalant way, it's like disrespectful.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So a person that's knowing, like, hey, well, he's not from here, he might not know that, but they still might feel some type of way, like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, so he's just pushing me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, just learning the culture itself just goes a long way here. You know, when I first got here, I learned this.
that time like this.
Yeah, I learned that. You know, in America we just do this, fist bump. You know what I mean?
The fist bump here is like this.
Yeah,
Like this.
just like that. You know, and sharp will get you a long way here.
Yeah, sharp.
Yeah, by itself, that could be the first word you learn. That was the first word I learned, was sharp.
Sharp. Sure.
Yeah, double sharp.
Sharp. Or sure. Eta. Sure.
So, what does that mean for the American people watching this video, and then the American sitting in the middle? What does that mean? I don't know what sharp means.
Oh, okay.
What does it mean?
Sharp is like, would you say like lekker?
Yeah,
Like,
sharp is like okay. Like sharp.
like cool.
Yeah.
Or
I'll see you tomorrow sharp. It's like okay.
yeah,
It's like okay.
yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah. So that was the first thing I learned, and my bad, brother. I'm sorry.
I know what.
I ain't tell you.
y'all talking
I ain't tell you about sharp.
Sharp.
What does it mean?
So-
is it good? Is it bad? I don't.
So when we first moved here, we was hearing sharp all the time. We just didn't know what it means. You know, in America, we thinking it's something sharp. Like, you know, we just thinking it's like sharp, like a knife or a blade or something.
Sharp
So
is okay.
kept hearing it, sharp.
Okay.
So I just asked the brother one day. I'm just so curious. I'm naturally curious about things. And I'm like, hey, bro, man, hey, what does
is
sharp
it
mean? Like, I hear a lot of people saying sharp. Say, hey, my brother, sharp means okay, good,
yeah.
everything is fine.
It's fine.
So I say, oh, so if I say sharp, that means that I agree,
agreeing,
or
yeah.
okay,
It's an agreement.
yeah. So that was the first word I learned, and everywhere I went, I was sharp, 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 sharp.
No man, the culture difference is crazy.
Yeah,
It's very crazy.
yeah,
It's crazy.
it is. It is. Now, I want to talk about something that most people don't know about Africa. Man, this beautiful, beautiful,
Africa, bro.
man. The
Everything
sun.
is natural.
Yes,
It's natural. You can feel like even the food.
yes.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm most impressed with the food
The food.
because I've been eating. I've not changed the way I've eaten, and I've lost weight still.
Yes.
I feel healthier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in America, you eat as much as, like, let's say 3 times a day, 2 times a day, and it's portion control, a small amount. You're still gonna find some way to gain 76 pounds. But here, you can eat the same amount, and you're gonna lose weight, and on top of lose weight, you're gonna be like more healthy, more toned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous in itself. I don't understand. Well, I do understand it, but
Yeah. But I wish to taste American food.
it's good.
It looks like it's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
It just take a few hours off your life. That's all. It's good. It tastes good, man. Don't get me wrong. But if you expect to make it to 60, you might miss your right before your birthday.
Is it?
Couple
Yeah.
hours off your life.
Yeah. So like he said, the food is good.
It's great.
But it's a lot of chemicals, a lot of processed, a lot of preservatives. Like I was telling the brother, we were here in South Africa, and we left a loaf of bread out on the counter. It was sealed up, everything, brand new loaf. When we got back there, 3 months later, the bread was still there, still soft, still fluffy. Still, I mean, you could make a sandwich right then. But you buy a loaf of bread and you leave that loaf of bread on the counter 3-4 days, mold.
It's fun.
No preservatives, none whatsoever. Let me see that right there, brother. You see this juice? This juice says, store in a cool, dry place. Once open, refrigerate and enjoy within 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
That's your limit, 2 to 3 days.
3 days.
In America, you buy some juice, you open it up, you drink a little cup out of it, you put it back in the refrigerator. You can leave it in there for a month, 2 months. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen.
Is it?
Nothing. Nah.
Wow.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, when we say, the battery is it.
I believe it's safe.
It was over an hour. Oh yeah, it's saved.
Oh, part 2.
Yeah.
Part
It was
two.
over an hour.
It's an hour and 30
Wow.
minutes.
So we're gonna have to charge this one up. But yeah, we got breakfast in here anyway. We gotta go eat.
Wow. Hey,
That was a lot,
That was smooth, man.